Good evening and welcome to AdCast. I'm Carl Vervisch and I'm right here with my co-host Kay Whatley.
Hi. Tonight we're talking to Angelette Aviles, and she is from America's Marketing Graphics, the principal there. Thanks so much for coming on our show.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the show, Angelette. Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do there at American Marketing?
What don't we do? We pretty much focus on branding and public relations. But our niche really is the Hispanic market, Hispanic marketing, or transcreation.
Okay. Transcreation. Haven't heard it.
I knew you were going to ask.
Inform me.
A lot of people assume that to get your message across to the Hispanic community or Spanish-speaking community, all you need to do is translate your message. Mm-hmm. But what we find is you can't literally translate all the time. There's some words there's just no literal meaning. For example, we had a client recently during the election cycle that wanted to put the word Oficina Oval, which is Oval Office. You and I both know what Oval Office is, but we kept saying that does not relate to Hispanics, especially foreign-born Hispanics. They don't know what Oficina Oval is. What, an Oval Office? Who does that belong to? So we said you have to use the word Casa Blanca, which means White House. So it's basically recreating a message, not just the words, but a message.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now, in advertising as an industry is known for not being very diverse within their companies, like agencies and employment-wise. Is that different for you guys?
We're all pretty much Hispanic. Well, we're Peruvian, Colombian, Puerto Rican. We're a mix in there.
And I would imagine you find that valuable for doing what you do.
Very valuable, because we take on a lot of big projects. For instance, this last election cycle, there were 3 firms involved, because the one main firm pretty much focused on mainstream, and that's where we jump in with other clients. Is we do the Hispanic element to it, and it works.
So you guys work with larger agencies? And
we work with same size or larger agencies, and we really work well together.
Now, I understand that you're also involved in the Hispanic Vision Forum, which sounds pretty cool.
Hispanic Vision Forum, yeah, we started that last spring. It's a bipartisan project, and it's really to gather a lot of information through the internet, as well as focus groups, because we realize that a lot of times, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, the parties sometimes don't get the message right, and they think, again, it's just translating, or even the media, they think, for instance, immigration is the deciding factor for Hispanics. But we put these polls out online, or we do focus groups, and we put out press releases and other information. Says it's not just that. That was kind of what got it started, but we're expanding and doing a lot more with it.
I went to the website and I checked out the video, and that's time and time again. It was, they think we're all the same. They think we're all the same.
Yeah. We did a. I carried my little camcorder with me in my purse.
You were the videographer.
I was the videographer.
Okay.
Carried this
Beautiful
little
cinematography.
Digital camera, and I went to supermarkets or out in the street and asked people what is one misconception of Hispanics. And I think if you see the video, it's got about like 10 people on there. They all kept saying they all think we're the same, or we all think about immigration or just one thing, and we're very diverse. Hispanics are very diverse, not only with the different ethnic backgrounds or from which countries they're from, but also there's a difference between first, second, and third generation Hispanics. So first generation is pretty much they're learning the English language. Second, they're accustomed to both, and third is that younger group that pretty much only understands English. But they can relate to the heritage through like music or foods and things like that.
Interesting. Now, I know in a lot of agencies, there's a big push to make sure that imagery in advertising, whether it be specifically targeted to Hispanics or a diverse group or not, be diverse in some way. What's the general feeling from the minority population on just the imagery and being diverse in general ads, like English ads?
You mean the minorities looking at the
or
multicultural ads?
Or from your perspective, being a minority firm, like is that looked upon as a positive thing, worthwhile thing, or?
What I try to do, especially when I work with clients, is they're trying to reach a lot of people, but they want to be specific also with Hispanics. So it can hurt the budget sometimes because they think they have to do two separate pieces. But a lot of times you can create messages or images that can be altered, whether through voiceover or, for example, the iPod is a good example. They had this graphic type commercial with the music in the background. The same image, one of them was playing country music, the other one was playing some salsa music, and the other one was playing rock, but it was the same message, and it's cost effective.
Well, that's interesting.
I think part of what Kate was trying to get at, example, like we'll be in a situation where we both work in advertising. We'll be in a situation where, the client's like, oh, we have to make sure we have a person of X ethnicity in this picture because we have to look diverse. And what always to me is like, do they really care? Is that going to make an impact on someone?
Sometimes, yes, sometimes no. I think for the broader spectrum, or doing a campaign that everyone across America sees, I don't think so. But when you do specific advertising or marketing to a community, or let's say Miami, for instance, it's heavily Hispanic, you're going to want to put someone that kind of looks Hispanic. I mean, you never know. Some Hispanics are blonde and dark skin,
Right.
But someone that can portray that, favors, to that group. So.
That's interesting. Well, I guess it makes sense to try and relate in imagery to whoever it is you're trying to talk to, and maybe that's the way to go about it instead of trying to cover all your bases. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, yes and no. I mean, like I said, it depends the specific market you're trying to reach to. Now, if you do have a campaign, let's say a lot of banks, I'm seeing they're doing a lot of target marketing to Hispanics. They have two separate brochures, one in English, one in Spanish. That Spanish one looks like the English one, but the people may be looking a little different in there. But again, it's kind of cost effective. It looks the same. Okay. All they did was take a new picture and put it in there. So when it is community-based type marketing, I would highly recommend that.
Okay, well, thank you. Yes. Well, it's been great having you on the show tonight.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And very informative, too.
Now, if people want to find out more about America's Marketing Graphics, you guys have a website?
We have a website. It's americasmarketing.com. And then Hispanic Vision is hispanicvision.org. And there's a lot of information on there.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, thanks. We also want to thank our sponsors tonight, Tampa Digital Studios, Chipotle, and the TBT.
And thanks to you at home for watching. Always appreciated. We'll see you in just a couple of moments.